It's a soul heist, boys! It's a soul heist! Put in your damn head. Someone put in your freaking headset. Jesus Christ.
I think Nick should open a corner store.
I just want to clarify, my headset is on.
I'm here. Whenever I yelled, I heard my voice come through something, so. Point is, soul heist. It's a soul heist. What happened last time for your soul heist?
Soul heist.
We planned, it didn't go very well, and then we were like, hey, what if we just kill Connor's god? And then we were like, no, that's probably a bad idea, but we can go ask her for help.
That's true. And indeed, she did endeavor to help you.
I spoke to the Heron family. Is that their last name, Max?
Yep.
Thank you. Okay. It was going to kill me if I couldn't get that right.
Except for Venta.
Yeah, I did not speak to Venta, admittedly.
Well, I mean, his name isn't Heron.
Venta
No,
at the moment
my
is
dad's name
otherwise
is Heron.
indisposed. His first name is Heron. What's their last name?
True Cloud?
No,
you definitely said it was not True Cloud.
You're right. You're right.
Because I remember I asked,
His mom
where
and
did True
dad
Cloud?
have different last names.
Cloud True.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember what his name was. Go watch the episode.
Nobody watches it. I don't even remember what it is. I'm just ready to fucking be done so we can
Max
play the
just
next
plugged
game.
an episode that he's not in.
Alright.
It was in last episode.
It was
did Cody leave right when we started too?
That's
there
fine.
is.
We're just going over the notes from last time, what we remember. I don't remember a lot either, because it has been, a while, couple
4
weeks.
weeks.
It's not been 4 weeks, but
It's been a while.
we did have to watch the Super Bowl last week and have fun with that.
What a game!
What a game! Great game.
It's been 3 weeks.
It was fantastic until like the last 2 minutes when they realized they could throw flags.
The last 2 minutes was pretty rough.
But that's, that's neither here nor there. Indeed, you did do some planning on, and I don't think anybody came 100,000% to the exact consensus of what you were going to do, but you did at the very least enlist the help of one green lady who does feel something of an obligation, not just because Venta True Cloud is one of her flock. He is, at the end of the day, someone who is from the Ile de Royhan, has grown up on tales and legends of the mysterious Green Lady, only to find out that she was indeed real. She feels something of an obligation because it was through her that the curse originally went onto him. Of course, that curse has by and large been alleviated due to the fact that you've dealt with Baba Yaga and had her bargain, and they've come to a term of sorts to alleviate that curse. And so she's on board to help you. However, she also knows in hell, against Asmodeus, she is gonna be little more than like an interruption or like a stall. She could never defeat him. She's, one, just a demigod, and two, you will be on it in his realm. So she's more like gonna be a blip. She can buy you time, essentially, to do what you want to do. But she has given you her blessing, the blessing of spring. Particularly high roll from Connor. Ended up giving everyone 20 constitution as long as while you're undergoing this endeavor. That's for some people that's a big bump in constitution.
Yeah, not for me.
I went from 18
I literally refused the blessing on principle of having just bought a fucking constitution item.
Oh, that's too bad. You get it anyways.
I mean, I'm playing by a death god, so I mean,
it's a big
Guys,
help.
I don't know.
Help to some people.
I just want you to know that I have 160 hit points instead of 106. My life is complete.
I went up from like 118 to 185.
It's like it's a nice big buff.
I went from 206 to 206.
It will remain on you while it's gonna remain on you while you obviously do this, but you're not playing the system like where it's like, all right, well, we got the buff, time to go do everything except that, so we've got the 20 constitution the whole time.
I don't know, that makes sense to me.
I guess it would really be attribute issue instead of skill issue.
But
That's good.
no, that's you know, you need to deal with this immediately. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose the Constitution bonus.
All right, here's how we do. Here's what we do. I take off my belt of dwarven kind, go buy another item, and then I do it. I would actually
Okay.
benefit then. I'm kidding. We don't have the gold for the fucking thing then if we do that.
Well, here's the thing. True Resurrection costs 25,000 buckaroos.
I know, and I have 1,600.
Yeah, I think we had like a grand total of 16,000 all put together.
Yeah.
We also need to make a spell scroll.
I
A
can
level
do
9
that.
spell scroll. I
I'll
don't know
try.
what exactly entails in the making of the spell scroll, but I assume Runa knows.
Oh yeah, we were gonna talk to the dragon to see if we can borrow 25,000 gold.
Which dragon?
The only dragon that can flint the spot 25,000 gold.
I mean,
Yeah.
The blue
there's a
one.
couple. Now, he wouldn't let, like, you know, there's a couple dragons that would lend us. It's just a matter of if he actually had it or not.
You
I
can
mean,
go.
I
You
don't
can go.
think Gin can get to his stash.
You can go to Gen and see if you can open up the old war chest. I'm sure that money won't be useful buying food and weapons and clothing for troops that are fighting a war.
What about the
Yeah, you're
pirate
right.
one?
Burnesh, a much
Yeah.
more likely possibility than Gen.
For sure.
See.
Well, I mean, we got
You could've-
Ursula and Bernesh, so like,
Yeah,
we
I
have
wait,
feel
to do
wait,
like
wait.
that.
I feel like
we-
going,
we-
"Hey Bernesh, do you want to piss off Hell?"
wait,
is
wait.
not gonna go well.
Or
Hold on,
maybe
hold on, hold on.
he'd be like, hell
Maybe
yeah.
he's down
Yeah,
for
we-
it. Yeah.
Can we get to the Redeemer's vault via teleportation and just
Uh,
take?
The Redeemer's Vault
treasures?
is guarded from teleportation. Directly into it, you have to teleport into the city and go to the vault.
Okay, that might not be a good idea.
Yeah,
The
when
city
we
is
just
currently
there-
overrun.
Yes. Okay. I just thought I would ask. I didn't know since we have the Redeemer on our side if we could get to it.
That being
So-
said, it is specifically a full moon. If you want, if Aruna's doing some magical stuff, she gets bonuses and
Is
things like
it-
that.
Is it a full moon in Hell?
It's full moon in the world, and so I'm gonna count as you're able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A full moon everywhere.
Here's my full moon on Zips.
Uh,
All right, I whipped out my dick.
I imagine
yeah.
Cloaca has. I mean, not Cloaca. Karakwa has no ass at all.
Oh, he's kind of spry.
I wish I had a full moon, but it's really just a waning
Let's
crescent.
be real. Was that legit? Did you actually mess that up, or was that on purpose?
It was an actual mess up.
What you could do, you could probably like rub your dick like on the butt cheeks and like pushing up against the
It's a-
tail or something.
Cody, you have to name your Karakwa's son is named Cloaca now.
Mm,
Cloaca.
Yeah.
You can't use that word.
okay.
the titty he seeks.
All
Like,
right.
You can use that word.
Oh,
if you
all
thought Harry
right,
Potter
oh.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Everybody,
Alright.
shut up.
Guys, Richard Belzer died.
Good. I hope you
yeah.
die.
Aw,
Who?
Dude Belzer.
The old
Lunch.
dude
Oh
from
my God.
SVU.
and
All
The
right,
Wire.
what are we doing?
And X-Files.
Shut up, Connor. What are we
Alright.
doing?
Dirty Rock.
Alright, so all I want to do is I want to do magic stuff. So I have to make a spell scroll, right?
Yes.
Before we can make that, before
Okay.
we can use the spell scroll. I guess you can make the spell scroll first. and then we
Okay, I
discuss
can make a
it.
spell scroll. Also, I can do rune crafting, and I have the juice of the full moon. So if there's rune crafting, we would like to do.
of the full moon.
Eh,
This is the time. I can
Yeah.
build counter spell
She's-
stuff into people's weapons and armor if you so desire. I could do minor AC buffs. I could do minor buffs to strength, etc., etc.
Can
There's a couple different things I can do. So get creative. I might just not succeed on the checks.
it's true.
But-
You know why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?
Yes, I can rune craft your eyeballs.
I do have a magic item question as well.
Okay.
I hooked up everybody with earrings for revivification purposes. Is there a way that I can upgrade those earrings to work with Raise Dead?
Ooh.
I
The
mean, wouldn't you just need to add more diamonds to it?
oh, that's kind of what I'm asking. Like, would it, because it's a well, no, I guess it's not a magical item, and they were just normal diamond earrings. Would I
But
just
also, we're trying to scrounge up money right now.
For a single one.
Yeah.
that is true? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Probably,
what
probably not.
I was just
Well-
thinking, like, as we go down to hell, I would like a bit of a longer timeline than 6 seconds.
What do I have to do to make a spell scroll, Colin? I'll start with that.
You have to take basically you'll be rolling an Arcana check. You do have to expend a spell slot and cast it into, like, you have to actually cast the spell into this scroll. But it saves it, so once it is cast, you can use the scroll to cast it. So
Okay, what spell am I putting in here?
what spell are you putting in there?
A 9th level spell, True Resurrection, but I cannot cast it yet because we do not have the money.
Oh, so I'm redirecting your spell into
Yeah.
a spell scroll.
Since you are, you would have a better odd of redirecting it and succeeding because it is around the full moon. So
Okay, I was gonna say because I might not be able to do that. I didn't know I was moving your spell.
Yeah,
That's
I
more
would be,
difficult.
I would essentially be casting True Resurrection
Okay.
for an hour into it, and then until the very last second. So I can
Okay.
pull out the spell scroll and then speak whatever needs to be said to then cast it from the scroll.
Okay.
Because it takes 1 hour to cast the spell. And
And
I don't
then-
think anyone's going to allow me to just stand there for 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's-
casting
And then-
True
We don't
Resurrection.
want to delay in hell for an hour.
it's true.
Either
The-
way.
Also, secondary, important. Would everybody want some type of fire resist etched into armor, etc.? Because I could do that if I have the time.
That could be
I
pretty
could-
poggers.
I feel like
That would be good.
I think that's a good
Because-
idea, but I also feel like if we actually get involved in combat here, like it's gonna be
Yeah.
to the
It's not
point
so
where that's not
much-
gonna be that
But
helpful.
It's not so
the
much
is the environment itself hostile and going to hurt us? Is what
Possible.
I'm thinking.
it
Like-
can-
it's not
if he
so much
if he
that
wants
we're
it
gonna get
to.
involved.
Okay.
I mean, the I'm sure the building itself is literally made of flesh. So
Yeah, and it's not so much getting into combat, quote unquote,
Okay.
as much as it would help us live regardless.
All right. So is that unanimous decision? Do we want fire resistance or do we want another type of resistance? Do we
I
want
could-
counter spell?
Is there
Can
If
you
I
protect you from good and evil all of the armors?
well
Uh,
yeah, that's
ooh,
kind of what I was getting at. If
Let me see.
Ito would be aware of like the divine smite damage type, right? Do I know if there's an antithesis of that?
Yeah,
Uh,
evil.
is there an evil version
Like,
of Divine
is
Smite?
radiant, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
So theoretically, using. Okay, I don't know.
Also,
What was what we were doing? Good and evil? Is that what you said?
I think
Protection from good
that's
and
a
evil.
good idea.
Okay, resistance.
Is-
The only thing is that targets
thank you.
one person for 10
Yeah.
minutes.
That's
well, if I-
basically you can etch in fire resistance. I don't know if you get etch in resistance like that and some sort of.
Imagine
Not-
we could,
not-
but it would have to be damage of that flavor, right?
No, it would
Well,
be
the way the
creatures.
protection from evil and good works is it's against a creature type for
Okay.
10 minutes.
It's
Oh, I
just
thought it was an
easier.
alignment.
It's easier for me
It's
to do.
it's
Yeah,
either
it's fiends, devils,
elementals,
celestials.
undead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
yeah,
Yeah, these would
the
definitely be
easiest thing
fiends.
for me to do is put minor spells. Like I've put counter spell into a shield, but I can also do like minor resistances and things like that. Because the more I try to etch into something, the more likely it fails.
I
So
have
I
like,
only
just to
get
clarify,
six.
I have protection from good and evil, and I can upcast that.
Right.
But it's gonna be
If
we have a big party.
if you etch protection from good and evil into like armor or something, it's gonna be an activated rune that you'd have to activate, and it would last for probably
Yeah.
a minute.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got that part. I just know from what we said, the more, from reading it here, the more I try to etch in, the more additions, the
Pretty
harder the
much,
check.
yeah. The harder the check gets.
Are we still in presence of the Green Lady?
You,
Is she still-
I imagine
still hanging out?
you probably might still be on our island. Or
Can
wherever.
can
I
I
don't
ask
think
her
we've
if
left
she
yet.
has like a buck
So-
50 we can borrow?
She,
Uh,
You know,
unfortunately,
hit for the plus.
The Green Lady is above worldly possessions, so
Amazing.
And yet
Okay.
owns tea.
she has.
So-
I mean, she has a house, but she doesn't own it. It's
Clearly.
technically the
And
dragon.
yet you participate in society.
Technically, the
Caracas
dragon turtle's
slowly
house.
raises
Even a
his
monk needs
eyebrow
bread and
at the
water.
various obvious IKEA furniture pieces throughout her cottage.
Oh my
Okay,
god! Did you know they can score touchdowns in the XFL?
Yeah, crazy.
I was
Uh,
gonna ask if I
real quick.
noticed anything about my sword while she's.
Hold on, Connor. 1 second.
Okay.
One una memento.
One.
do we-
Okay.
One una memento. Do we want just fire resistance, or do I want to go for like fire and necrotic or something like that?
I don't. So that's what I was kind of asking beforehand. Like necrotics, I think is the opposite of radiant, but I
Yes.
don't think you want that. I think you would want a protection from good and evil situation where we're protecting against the creature itself rather than the damage type.
Okay, well I can't do
'Cause-
creatures.
Because if well, that's what I was asking. I can cast that spell. Can
Yeah, I
I?
get that.
Can we symbiotically?
Oh, in other words, I make a rune, you infuse the rune
Yeah.
with the spell.
Yeah,
we-
that's what I was getting at. Like, can,
Yeah,
can
I've
we,
done-
can we twin
I've
cast
done-
it some way.
I've done counterspell runes, so yes, I don't see why not. Colin said it could last a minute, so it'd be an activate, so you'd have to activate it, and then it will last a minute. But also, if we want fire resist, I can do fire resist fairly easily. So
Yeah, a fire resistance rune is pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy.
yeah, so
Crafting.
I'll
I think our best bet's probably just fire resistance runes.
do. Okay.
I feel like that will check most of the bases.
I will take as much time as it needs, Colin, to do fire resistance runes, do as many checks as I need to. That's what I'm doing. Everybody else do their shit.
The reason I would be leaning more towards protection from evil and good is because while I can upcast that to 7th level,
It's not
That's-
an upcastable spell.
you can't. I thought you could add more people to it.
No, it doesn't say it's upcastable.
Oh shit! No, it's not. What the fuck? That feels weird. Okay, well I can't do that, but even so, it's also concentration,
Yeah.
which means
Well,
I would
if it was
be.
a rune. it would
Yeah,
be
that's what I meant.
Okay.
Colin,
Yeah.
we mentioned Captain Burnesh.
Yep.
He's in the Wild Sea, right?
Yes, he is in the weird.
Presumably.
Presumably.
Probably.
Which means it's pretty difficult to get a hold of him, right?
It's not hard to get a
Can-
hold of him. It's hard to get to him.
Can be, but you are currently in the weird sea, so.
I'm gonna be honest. Dealing and making more deals with the Blue Dragon is basically robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I mean, but how are we going to convince him to give us the money?
Well, one, we stopped his bad thing from happening. Two,
Yeah, but if he was going to give us that much money, he would have done it beforehand.
two, sure, but also like we can, hey, Captain Burnesh,
Fuck
you
off.
looking mighty good today. Is that a new beard? It's looking good on you. By the way, you got $10,000 laying around. I promise to pay you back.
We honestly should just ask for the entire amount.
But for
Give
just
us
the
all of your money.
$25,000.
No, give us the 25,000. That way, we're
Okay.
not just going to break
Sure.
ourselves.
I guess that's fair. That's a fair
But-
point.
I just wanted to clarify something for history's sake. Didn't Burnesh's whole ass hoard get emptied? I vaguely recall that happening as a result of the mummy fight.
No, that didn't happen.
It didn't get
Okay.
completely emptied.
Okay. For some reason, I vividly recall something like that happening.
Look, Venta, let me tell you, not a looker, but man, is he a good treasure finder. And after we revive him, and after we're done with our whole,
You wouldn't think
being
it.
being the bad guys things, let me tell you, that boy can sniff out some treasure. I
Wait.
tell you what.
Captain Burnish gives you a sword, and this sword needs to go to Venta. And this sword that goes to Venta takes souls to go to his treasure hoard.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh
brilliant.
This
my
thing
god.
already.
That seems like the lesser of two evils. Fuck it.
Weren't we gonna?
Yo,
Also-
does Burnesh have any soul coins from hell?
Is this when
You'd have to
when
ask him.
Joseph Smoke shows up with a $25,000 check?
You
I've
also
been working hard every day. I
That was the
promise.
other thing. We didn't know if Max was gonna play Joseph Smoke or not, and if that was because we
I
got the
have-
premonition of binding him. So
I
I thought
have
that's
a
what you were gonna try to
character
do.
sheet. I have a character sheet for Smoke ready right now.
He has 25,000
Does
gold,
he
right?
conveniently have 25,000 gold on him?
Yeah,
I
Max,
did
you
not.
can make the character any way you want.
I did not
No.
add that to his starting
Yeah.
equipment.
He,
No.
So,
he
I
hasn't
made him
leveled up,
spell
but he's
it.
made bank.
So you look and he has gem encrusted golden chains
Look,
as weapons, and we're like, hey,
we need you.
man.
We need you to write and remake Joseph Smoke the way J.K. Rowling looks at Jewish people. Okay, make him rich and full of a bank. Okay, like that's what we need right now.
I wish I was rich and full of bank.
That does
You know,
mean though.
That does remind me that something else important happened the last time we played. Karakwa story.
Oh my god.
Remember? You met an avalanche druid.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
right.
he was telling us. He was telling me about like how they were coming out there to help with people who were getting fucked up by the war and everything.
Yeah.
And he told me a bit about like the area there, about Kurgan the Avalanche, and how what's the name of the Jinma dynasty? What's the name of the empire? Is it literally just the Jinma? Well, they've been
It's the
fucking
Jinma
up.
Dynasty, yeah.
You came up with the most phallic name for their mountain range, the Risen Length.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like it?
Yes.
Too bad.
No, I like it a lot. That might be the problem. I might like it too much, but
I love Risen Links.
I don't think he's got a lot of cash money on him either. If that's what you're getting to.
Oh no, I just say it's important to remember that for future story.
Let's ask Venta's parents. Look, it's
Yeah.
their son. It's their son. Don't they want to see their son again? Give us some
All right,
money.
well, I guess he stays dead then.
If you don't give us 25,000
Yeah,
gold,
does Venta have a college fund?
Just to double check, I know that we're looking for money to buy said diamond, but wouldn't it maybe be easier to just find that diamond?
it's not a diamond
I
per
thought it was.
se.
It's
It
25,000 gold.
It's $25,000 worth of holy water and diamonds,
Oh,
which the spell consumes. Laura,
okay.
Laura, you got 25,000 gold pieces laying around on your other character in Spelljammer. We kind of need it right now.
Wait, if
No.
that's the case, on our earrings, how much are the diamonds worth?
Not, they're 300 gold apiece.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it depends on
That's-
how much they cost.
Well, I mean, if we
I-
add all of them together, how much would it be?
Laura doesn't have 25,000 gold pieces, but she's got a
The-
fat cock because she's a Fuda now.
1,
Yeah,
2,
Fudamika.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be 2,100.
Yeah, it's not a
I
lot.
mean, that's still if we had to. If we
It's
had
a
to.
chunk.
Yeah, but
Oh.
the utility of you guys having those diamonds on you so that we can revive you is much more useful.
I did mention this before, but you know, obviously,
Venta has one. We could take his office here.
Can't believe the sheer amount of field goals they miss in the XFL.
Colin, you have a problem. I did have a proposition. Karakwa does own a very probably worth a lot piece of like history in itself. He owns scale mail armor made from one of the last remaining black dragons.
That is true.
Is there a reason we're not wearing that?
What do you mean we're not wearing it?
I thought you
you
were.
is
Okay,
wearing
I didn't know you were. Okay.
It's under my robe. I wear my robe over everything too.
Sure,
I
sure,
try
sure,
to describe myself with that.
I gave him that
If-
early
if
for
push
story
came-
purposes.
Yes, if push came to shove, instead of dealing with Eiffel 65 being blue dragon, he would sell that to the guy who collects the magic things for the amount needed for this spell.
It would.
Sure.
It would definitely get that. It would fetch that amount.
That amount being 10,000 or 25,000.
It would fetch the entire worth of it.
Hey, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm dedicated here.
Yeah,
so.
before you sell that, we should probably, make sure we
Yes,
got all of our ducks in a
obviously,
row.
I think we should at least reach out to Captain Burnesh.
We also have
I
to
mean,
go get Joseph.
I'm also really good at stealing shit, so let's keep that in mind too.
Well, that's
That is,
Diamond
That is
heist
fine.
for soul heist.
that's kind of what I was meaning. I feel like it would almost be easier to actually find this stash of items than just buy it.
Well, we've raided dragons' hordes before. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Green Lady can also bless some holy
Yeah,
water.
I think we have the holy water down. Like that's not a problem.
That is
We
part
just
of
need
the
to find-
cost. That's the thing. So it's just whatever Colin dictates is the amount of holy water.
let
we
me
need.
let me read exactly what it says.
You just post it.
Okay.
We also have to go get Joseph Smoke.
I
Yeah, we
can
don't-
do that in about 2 seconds.
I
Can
know,
you?
I'm just saying.
You
We
meet
have to
Joseph
do
Smith?
that.
I know
Max
Joseph
main
Smith.
character, and we talk about the things with binding Asmodeus, so that we can do it. That's part of the thing.
Okay, I
Joseph
guess it
Smith-
does say a sprinkle of
Oh yeah,
holy
it's
water
just a
and
sprinkle of
diamonds
holy
is
water.
worth.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry.
So we need diamonds amounting to 25
I was with Joseph
gold.
Smoke when we killed the Redeemer.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
I can literally cast a send and go, hey, where are you? And we'll find him.
So maybe the Green Lady knows some place where like there's an auction happening, a pawn store, get a down payment.
I
feel like-
I hate to bring it up. That's
Maybe
probably
we
the
can jump
thing.
into
She would
XFL
have
for a few
no
seasons.
clue anything about anything outside her little purview of the world at this point.
Could we play in the XFL for a few seasons?
You're not going to get
Yeah.
25 gold pieces for that.
I feel like
That's the problem.
if we
Feel like we're better off just asking somebody that is rich.
It's real
Yeah.
easy.
It is
Just all-
that is an easier problem to deal with
Okay.
when we're not, hurting for time.
Hold
Well-
your horses real quick. We break up into groups. We go ask the people all at once, and then we come back with what we have. Easy.
Well-
Maybe we all get the gold, and then we just made bank.
hang on, wait a minute. Klaus,
Yes.
you don't have this laying around in the literal vault, do
We
you?
literally
We
went
already
over
talked
that.
about
Colin.
You
that.
did? Okay. I missed that then, I'm sorry.
You did.
It's something.
You are sorry.
If it's something that you would have to, you can't get into the vault directly by teleporting
Okay.
into it. You have to teleport into the city, then go into the vault.
But
Okay.
do we know if it's there? Like if this
You could
if a
find,
stash would be there? Does the
realistically,
Redeemer know that?
yeah, probably. There's a significant sums of. I mean, I would there. It's likely you'd be able to find a gem worth 25,000 in the vault.
Okay.
The hard part, of course, is the fact that you have to go into an overrun city.
Me and Klaus could do that. And I guess anyone else who is capable of not being seen.
How about let's contact the people too? We'll
I mean,
contact Renee.
that's fine, but if
Yeah.
somebody can get me and Klaus there and back,
I can
in
teleport
addition
Yeah.
to
you.
those other things,
there and back again. I read a book like that.
I did too, actually.
So who we butt dialing? Burnesh first. All right, call her up.
I do have one. Do we want to get multiple?
Multiple loans.
No, I just if we have one gem equal to X, that means only one person can make this.
Well, yeah, I'm the only
Putting
one
it
who
in the
can.
spell scroll.
Yeah,
No, I know. Can we only do that once, or could we do multiple scrolls?
it would cost more money to make the scrolls, and we
That's
have
what-
to.
That's what I mean. But I'm saying like if we have one person with one scroll, that means that person has to be in the right spot at the right time to do it. If we
Cody
have
also has
multiple
an extra
scrolls,
spell slot.
The,
So like,
the big reason that you're going through the whole hullabaloo of doing it into a spell scroll is you're going to need to do it fast.
sure.
Yeah, because
because
if his soul wasn't being held right now, I could just stand here and cast it for an hour and be no biggie.
No, I know. But like if we have 3 scrolls, that means any one of those 3 people could be there to activate the scroll.
Actually, how do spell scrolls work if it's a spell that you don't know and or is not your level, Colin?
That's what I was getting at.
I'll let you cast it.
So even though Ito is not a 9th level spellcaster, he could cast True Resurrection from a scroll.
I'll let you cast it out of it.
Okay, that is an option. Then we could get more scrolls, but
I'm thinking from a logistics standpoint. If Karakwa has the scroll, all they have to do is stop Karakwa. If
Yes,
three of
but
us have the scroll,
in that position, the idea is we're sneaking in as a group.
right? But if three or more people have the scroll, then they would have to stop any one of us from doing
That's the
it.
point of the Green Lady buying us time.
Yeah.
And while we
Yeah,
dined
we're not-
Asmodeus with Joseph Smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, to say currently, currently, Venta's soul is bound. You have to find a way to break that binding somehow, some way.
And it's not going to be a 1 hour broken binding, I can guarantee. So. All right. Who we calling?
Ray Parker Jr.
All right.
I mean,
Ray
I would
Parker
do
Jr.
Burnash first. Honestly.
Let's call him up. Beep boop beep boop 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 beep. Brr.
Cell service is terrible
Who's-
in the weird sea.
Who's
Yarr.
calling? Who's doing this? Is this Aruna or Ito?
But
or...
how are you? Are you sending the message, or are you transporting to him, or
I think Aruna's more likely to succeed.
he did have an affinity for Aruna?
Ugh, everybody has an affinity for me.
You have soft purple skin.
It's tough being out here.
You want to give me a hand job with that crazy fake arm of yours?
I hate my life. All right,
No, you don't.
word for word, what am I
Come on, it's
asking?
not like you need from anyone else.
Am I asking for money straight up, or am I asking for a loan?
Hey, this is assistance first.
They're just asking if he has the gem.
And if not, we can always pay him back.
'Cause if we ask him for money, we have to find the gem to buy it.
Or a favor.
He might just have the gem.
All right. What's the money value we need?
25,000.
Posted
We could
in-
also try and trade for it from fucking what's his face.
Okay.
Heathcliff?
There's lots of options you can pursue.
Yeah.
All right. Ring a ding ding. Burnish. I have to roll d20 still.
Are you teleporting to him or just sending him a message?
I'm sending him a message.
You can
I will
send
go
him a
to
message
when
for
we
free.
need to.
Message
cool.
and a bottle.
Sending. Banesh, your friend Aruna here.
Friend.
I need to ask you for a favor. And then I'll let him respond, because I got spell slots.
I got spell slots. It's fine. Wait, hold on. I just realized something.
I was double checking to make sure that
I just realized
message
something.
wouldn't send
awful.
a
Sending, yeah.
How's my
sending.
how is my mic coming through right now? Can y'all hear me fine?
Yeah.
You're coming
Yeah.
through on like a webcam or something, because it's much
What about
more
now? How's it sound now?
better. Now you,
Why the fuck does Discord? Hold on.
But yeah,
What
actually,
about now? How's
look-
it sound now?
I think it sounds better the second one.
yes.
Okay, why the fuck does my computer keep defaulting to my webcam mic?
Mine
Yeah.
does that too sometimes, and I don't know why.
Stupid.
All right, you're good now.
All right,
Sorry.
but I do actually. I do need you to roll a d20. Okay, you're fine. No weird magic surges happen. All right,
Yes.
you send the message onwards. As you said, what was exactly you said?
Essentially, your friend Aruna here, we need to ask you for a favor. And I'm just asking if he's willing to grant us a favor.
A voice immediately answers as, "If it isn't the lovely Aruna, you certainly have my attention, and I'm more than willing to pay you a favor after all that we've been through."
Well, okay. Gotta think.
Are you sure you want to keep casting Cindy? You do have to roll for weird magic surges. Oh. All right.
Is there a
Oh.
modifier?
No, it's just a flat d20 roll.
Wait, do I still have that item that makes it a higher success chance, right?
You do.
Because we made necklaces. Is it a natural 1 or lower, right?
Yeah, I'll say it is.
I wasn't sure. Okay, I couldn't remember. I was just asking.
You have to really roll fucking terrible. Although it
Okay.
would be fun to have one go off. Some of them are kind of beneficial, so
That's true.
you probably morph into a
Uh,
T-Rex.
Hell yeah. Burnesh, we need 25,000 gold, or the gem equivalent of such, can repay or owe a favor.
Tell him about that special scented lube you found the other day. That will convince him.
25,000 be a steep price, but one that Captain Burnish is capable of paying. That's all he
Please.
says, though.
Okay.
He can afford that.
Okay. I'll turn to our friends here. He said he can afford it, which, means we're either gonna have to pay him back with interest probably, or give him a favor, but he's willing to do it. We'll just, have to go to him.
Is he willing to join us?
That's
There's
I would
no
not risk
way.
that.
Just saying.
That's
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
I mean, you-
Please ask him. Please
Yeah,
ask him.
I'll ask him.
You
There's
can.
probably riches there that he might want.
I mean, Captain Burnish.
Imagine the hell riches.
Captain Burnish is an adventurer, so you,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
never know.
I'll ask him.
We could just mention that we're gonna be in hell. Maybe he wants a memento, like the
Yeah.
A helmet.
the Autodome did.
Yeah.
okay.
It sounds like if you join us, there you
Bro,
might find
we're
something.
going to hell. You want anything?
Okay. There.
Want to join us?
One more. I will say we will be your way momentarily, hopefully, to discuss details.
Well, I'll be expecting you shortly. I'll have drinks poured already.
Fantastic. So how many?
I feel like he already has drinks poured. He's just letting
He
us
already
know there'll
does.
be extra.
There's always drinks.
Ooh, I love pot roast.
Woo-wee! He'll have pot roast ready shortly.
Good.
Cool.
What a sentence.
So I burnt all my 3rd level spells. So there you go.
Didn't need them.
Yeah, it didn't need them. Yeah, whenever everybody's ready to go, whoever wants to go to Bernesh, I will teleport us to Bernesh.
Are we
Hopefully
holding
we
hands?
don't die.
I hope we hold hands.
You actually have to sing Kumbaya.
I'm going with you on that.
Okay, I mean, I figure everybody can come. It doesn't matter.
I'm coming no
I mean,
matter
you
what.
know,
Did we want to try and also sneak into the capital as well, or no?
I mean, the people that are capable of doing that need a person capable of taking us.
I would have to teleport people to Bernesh. You guys could talk to Bernesh, and then I could teleport us to the capital. And then I would have
Okay, I see.
I would just hide until they were done with their stealth mission, because I'm not risking that.
That's fair.
I will say, I really like playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's so
No, you don't.
it's
Yeah.
so crazy. Weird.
Why do you hate us, Colin?
Going on these big, wacky, crazy adventures.
going
I love
on
it.
going on
Oh,
crazy
okay.
adventures?
Aw,
Um,
gee, Rick.
All right. Point of clarification.
Oh
I
gee,
have
Rick! I accidentally
I-
hit my wife.
Oh, shut up, Colin. Anyway, point of clarification. I have 2 spell slots to teleport, so we would have to rest.
Do you need a spell slot to make a spell scroll if it's not your spell?
I mean, you're expending the slot. Aruna's just
Okay, cool.
facilitating
Yeah,
it.
that's. Well, I'm just saying we can't go to the capital and Bernesh and get back all in one
Do
go.
we
It's gonna
know?
burn all of my. Yeah, it's gonna take too much.
Do we know?
Technically, Karakwa could take us through a tree to the city.
Yeah,
couldn't he?
we could.
That's true.
As long as there's trees wherever we're teleporting to right now.
Do we know?
Well, I'll get
I
a
mean, you
How
could
long-
teleport me and Klaus right
yeah,
now.
I could just open the tree and whoever goes through goes through.
Yeah, so
And I'd
that
go
we
with you
could
so you
leave
can get
right
out.
now, and then you could, if you wanted, you could go with them, or alternatively, you just stay with us and hide like Aruna was going to do, or stealth.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can also wild shape, and one of us can just carry you.
That's
Okay.
true. I
Do
could
we-
definitely be one of the stealthy
Yeah.
ones
So
or something
Klaus,
like that.
so Klaus,
I can hide you in my
Karakwa-
butthole.
So Klaus,
Don't
Karakwa.
do
Turn into a gerbil.
All right, Klaus, Karakwa, Alakul are going to the city. I'm taking everybody else to Bernesh. Gotcha.
I thought we were all going to Bernesh first.
Okay? We can all go to Bernesh first, but Bernesh isn't gonna have a tree.
Yeah, he's on a boat.
He's
That's
on a
fair.
boat.
I mean, to be fair, you don't know where he is technically.
Oh, that's true.
He could
might
be
on
in
an
he could
island.
be in the middle of a grove of trees, many
uh,
He
trees.
could be near an island. that just
Trees
has-
everywhere.
We
There's
all
trees
fucking know that
everywhere.
he's not though.
If I see him at Margaritaville, I'm turning us around.
He could be everywhere,
Yes,
man.
That's true. That was a good one, Colin. I like it. Well, guess what, guys? It's time to travel. Does he have a
Alright.
teleportation circle?
Whoop, whoop.
He does not.
Oh, well, that's gonna suck.
I thought we gave him one when we were down there.
That's a security risk. You think he'd really risk that permanently?
true.
No, of course
Yes.
I do want to clarify. Do we know how long the benefits of the full moon will be lasting?
not. It's at its
For-
height
Are
on
we
the
gonna
full.
make
It lasts
real-
for a night, and then it starts
Or a
waning in
night.
power.
Yep. So we need to do spell scroll immediately, and I need to do etching immediately, and then I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be as good.
Yes, that's fair.
Okay, D100. Is this very familiar because we know Burnish's ship because we traveled on it, or is it technically associated? Or do we have an associated object?
It.
The boat?
I'd say,
No, the boat. The object has to be in our possession, right?
I'd say you're pretty damn familiar with it at the very least.
Good.
Wait,
Okay.
hang on. If we're in our cottage, aren't we already in the weird sea?
You're
Do we
already
still
in
get
the weird
affected? Do we still get affected by the detriment?
you still have to roll on teleport, regardless.
No, I
but
know, but is
the
it still a
detriment,
tiered-
the detriment would still act teleporting around in the weird sea.
Okay. Oh, that's so good. That's
All right.
exceptionally good.
It is exceptionally good. I'd say you are very familiar. So you do
Even-
feel a familiar. Are you taking the green lady with you, or?
To Bernesh?
She has
I guess if
volunteered
she
to go
wants to
in.
meet
She
him.
has volunteered to go into hell with you.
I
I
guess
no.
I'm
mean,
not
yeah,
there,
I
but
imagine
I-
she can just come with us, right?
Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Well, yeah, if we pretend
So
to
I think the plan
exclude-
is we're bouncing to hell as soon as we're done, right?
Yeah, well, if we pretend to exclude Reed Underbow, I can take her. Because it is me plus 8 creatures.
Well, he's not here, so
Well,
he can be
yeah.
AFK for a little
Oh,
bit.
guess he's
Yep.
stuck on the island.
Yep, that works. Okay. Yeah, I can take her.
All right. You feel a familiar sucking sensation as you are transported away, and find yourself pulled to the deck of the Iron Trove. As you land heavily on the iron deck, you sort of have to brace yourselves. And the first thing you hear is the sort of sound of raucous cheering and cannon fire as you hold yourself steady on the deck and find that you are not sailing in the heart of the weird sea. No, the Iron Trove is currently in dock at a large city of ramshackle buildings built on sort of beautiful sands with rocky cliffs overlooking this. You can see at the top of these rocky cliffs is a fortress that bears 6 flags that have various different skull and crossbone designs. You are currently aboard the Iron Trove, moored in this in Kathstadt, the pirate city, or the pirate stronghold.
Tortuga!
So he's not in the weird sea, right?
He is not currently in the weird sea.
Nope.
Okay.
Tortuga!
Is that big ass island
He
south
is
of
in
Gilderoy?
he's in essentially in Tortuga.
Tortuga.
One that Ito probably would not particularly like because the pirates of Kathstadt have caused troubles for the for your island before.
True. Okay.
But you can hear the raucous sound of laughter. You can see there are people passed out on the docks, drunk, bottles of sort of heavy greenish bottles filled with foul-smelling alcohols in their hands. They are, you can see there's quiet, or there's loud singing. It is what you would expect a pirate city to look like. Fairly lawless, As
How many titties are there?
there are some very buxom brothel wenches that stand on the dock waving sort of lacy kerchiefs at people as they get off the boat. Perhaps a little bit disturbingly, some of them do not make it back to the brothel, as behind various barrels you can hear moans of pleasure and the sound of bare feet that are walking around in dark and darker.
Dog.
How many of them are
that's good.
Putin's?
That was really good. Most.
Lay cringe, Colin. Lay cringe.
Maybe a couple.
Arr.
I do want to state the fact that I am not getting off the boat because I don't want to be harassed by more pirates. I will
Right.
stay here.
And
Just
you-
wear a necklace with a plank on it that says "not a hooker," and just like
Oh yeah, that'll work.
You need your con like badges that has like the different colors so people know if they can approach you or talk to you.
there you go.
you
And they have a furry convention.
all of you sort
There
of
you go.
quickly duck down as there is a shot that echoes out from the dock as it doesn't fire at you, but even so, you can't help but feel the impressive concussive force of a huge boom from a very large blunderbuss that someone fires on the docks. As one of the, you see what appears to be a confrontation end with one man dead on the ground. A entire, what you can, it looks like shot filled with nails and glass just blasted into his chest. This is the type of place that Kattestadt is, you know. Your arguments aren't necessarily solved with words; they're solved with blood.
I think I might stay aboard with Verona then. If I'm familiar with this place as I am.
All right. So we got Aruna staying on board.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah,
Ito staying
I'm
on
good.
board.
I gotta do rune crafting anyway, so
That's
I'll
fair.
assist in rune craft.
I will assist Aruna any way I can, even if it's just like, scalpel.
Yeah.
Yeah, then as soon as you get the materials for the spell scroll, I will do that. But
I feel like
All these both.
Green Lady should probably stay with us too, to be honest.
yes,
Probably a wise choice. So that's everyone else heading
I'll
out
leave them
into
know.
Kattestadt.
There's gonna be an outbreak of fucking space TB if she goes.
I mean, potentially. I will
They all
say
end up like that.
That was a sentence you didn't have to say, Max.
this is right up.
But you
This
said
is
it
right
in-
up Boris Blackpowder's alley, though.
Oh no.
We're to have a brief delay while Max changes character sheets.
Oh, I mean I'm already on it.
Stepping
I did say
onto
a brief delay.
the off of the sort of the deck of the Iron Trove, you're surrounded by people in various states of inebriation. Some of them covered in the filth of many long days at sea, some of them pristine as if they had just taken a bath. Surrounded on all sides by a surprising number of people that press in and around you. People moving about their business along these long wooden lengths of dock. At the edge of the docks, you see buildings that are very ramshackle, made of, whatever could be salvaged, including like pieces of boats and things. A particularly interesting and busy locale located close to the Iron Trove is called the Crow's Nest, and you can see, perhaps to your chagrin, there is lashed to the Crow's Nest. It's a building that it has a mast that rises up out of it. And lashed to the top of this mast is a kenku bound in chains and ropes that opens its mouth and lets out a high-pitched whistle and says, "Come to the crow's nest!" You do see that there is Tolan Yag out front.
Shit.
He holds a large tankard of something in his hand, probably some sort of alcohol, and he's talking to one of the many doxies that walk up and down these docks, and they stalk these docks, so you know you're probably in the right place. Currently, Tolan Yag and Temujin, one of the big reasons they're coming, one of the big reasons the Iron Trove is back is that Tolan Yag and Temujin are being brought back home to the Jinma dynasty.
Sometimes.
He doesn't pay you much mind as you walk inside the rowdy establishment as, actually, who walks in first? Like, of all the people who would walk...
It's kind of more my crowd than anything else.
Smoke does. He's wearing a fucking pin that has Burnesh's emblem on it. He's like, hey guys, what are you doing here?
I mean, I'll walk in along.
Is that the play? Joseph Smokes
Alright.
joined the Iron Trove.
Hell
That's
yeah.
pretty good. I like that
Why is
actually.
it fucking... I mean, you could. He takes on anybody.
I grab the helm of the ship. It lights on fire like the Ghost Rider. Let's go.
Alright.
Christ.
Not roll on Boris Black Powder. So, Klaus is the first, and Henley, you walk in first. There is a barrel that, or not a barrel, a bottle that flies through the air. Klaus, it is a 18 versus armor class.
That ties actually.
All
but
right.
I can I'll go ahead and cast I'll use the first level spell slot and cast shield.
Alright, it arcs through the air, a heavy bottle that flies straight at your head as you do see it coming just in time to raise a shield that shatters, showering you and Henley in just a putrid alcohol, as the two of you are left stinking of it. And all you hear from that is just laughter from the crow's nest. Just everybody just laughs loudly at you. A couple of them sort of raising,
Thank you for sharing.
raising.
Jokes on them. I
drinks
already
at you.
stink.
You see Captain Burnesh is sitting at the bar with a lot of his crew. Currently, he is surrounded by empty bottles of this heavy, sort of stinking liquor. A couple of women around him as well. One in particular seems to be passed out on the bar, sort of dozing quietly, probably from too much alcohol. Whenever he sees you, he grabs one of the bottles and says, "Well, if it isn't a couple of old allies, come home. It's always nice to have some of the crew return after long journeys." And even see, despite the fact that he's a dragon, he's, just judging by the incredible amount of bottles, he's probably had enough to even get him drunk.
Oh,
I don't
horrifying.
believe we've met actually.
Would you like, he, offers you a bottle. Says, "Have a drink, my friends. Or two, if you're looking for a very good time. It's on Burnesh's dime. Always willing to have a drink with some old friends." Now, he sort of sways slightly. "You came here for a reason, and I don't imagine it's just to have a couple of very poor drinks with an old dragon."
No.
Oh,
You had
no.
some coinage in mind, which Captain Burnesh can supply. It is a heavy blow to the Iron Trove, though.
How did you know?
Aruna asked if you could burden 25 or an
Oh,
amount.
I I didn't know that she asked him. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Rick.
Nah, you're cool.
Yeah, we asked him, and he said, "Yeah, sure." It's like, okay, we'll be there momentarily.
All
so
right.
here we are.
Well, then I ask him, well, what's the rub then?
Well, if Aruna wanted to come down and have a drink, I could show her the rub.
I don't think she'd be interested in that.
I'm
but
just-
you
Joking, of course, obviously. I mean, I'm just happy to do things for former crew members. And of course, there is the rather important prospect of repayment.
mm-hmm.
We done good work together, so I've got a certain amount of trust that I'm willing to place in you. I don't know if it's 25,000 gold pieces worth of trust, but some at the very least.
Perhaps we could speak somewhere more private.
Of course, of course. 25,000 gold pieces, a lot even by many of these rather daring pirate captains' books. Would you like to retire back to the Iron Trove? If you're more comfortable there. Otherwise, we can maybe find a room around here.
With the matters that it entails, your ship might be safer.
Fair enough, fair enough. He sort of slowly gets up swaying and says, "Drink all you want, boys! But just make sure you don't throw up on the ship or you're cleaning it up." And he sort of staggers away from everyone. You make your way back to the ship. As Captain Burnesh has to stop on the sort of gangplank leading up, he sort of he takes a very long piss off the edge of the gangplank and sort of makes his way back up. That's when, you know, Aruna and Ito can join in the conversations here as well. He does go back to the Iron Trove. As he says, "I've got a proposition for you. I'll give you 25,000 gold pieces, but you have to join my XFL team."
Oh no.
Oh, no dice.
Well, man. Yeah.
Klaus,
Vincent's
mid-reach
not
to shake hands, pulls back. He goes, "Whoa, no."
Can I
We
hurt
didn't
people?
agree on that.
Captain Burnesh pulls at the top of his head and pulls down and reveals he is
You-
actually
you-
Vince McMahon.
He goes,
You get me a USFL team with an NFT, or I'm walking.
he says, "I need you to sit down and listen to my multi-level marketing pitch.
Oh,
Would you like
no.
to buy some knives?"
Oh,
He's even
is the
more of
Iron
a
Trove a
pirate.
timeshare?
He puts
The Iron
on,
Trove is a timeshare.
he drunkenly sort of puts on his tie and he says, "Let me tell you about my savior, Jesus Christ."
That's even worse.
I've heard they call him the top.
He gives
eight,
you a
the top
Bible.
eight.
He gives you a Bible. He hands you a Bible, Ito. He says, "Now there's this garden."
Because
in
on the
here."
boat.
He says, "There's a garden in this Bible. I forget its name."
Hmm.
And he sort of looks at you and says, "What was its name again, Ito?"
Hmm.
Say it, Connor.
No.
Say it.
Never. I refuse.
Say
You know
it,
what?
Connor.
Who's Steve Jobs?
All right.
Connor, he's not gonna give us the gold if you don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not giving you anything until you say it.
Ito's not there. Ito's hanging out with the
No,
real-
you're up. He's on the
That's
ship.
not true. We're on the boat now. We just
Yeah,
said
we're
that.
on the boat. They're on the boat.
Yep. It's true.
Oh no, they brought this hell to us.
Say it, Connor. Say it.
I'm not familiar with this book.
But no, you're on the boat. Eating these nuts.
Just a really drunk Burnesh just patiently waiting for a whole minute and just out of nowhere
Eating these
Yeah,
nuts.
realizing nobody's gonna step on the punchline.
But no, you are back on the boat. He does retire back to the boat to a more private accommodation, so you're able to discuss business and sort of at least a quieter locale.
That's on everybody else. I'm rune crafting. I don't want to deal with the XFL.
Aruna's sitting at a
I
little
wanna
kid table.
deal.
Can you imagine using freaking or telekinesis on a football? You could be a quarterback.
You'd use telekinesis to deflate the football and throw it further.
You could be a nickelback. All right, but the point is, talk to him. He wants to. He's like, I would be willing to part with a certain amount of coinage on the promise that you would pay it back with a certain amount of interest.
That would be
No.
fair indeed. But I must tell you why exactly we need this coinage to begin with.
I don't really care that much.
You might. It might be potential for you, too.
Well,
You
I
are
was gonna
planning-
charge 36% interest rate per month, but suppose.
Jesus Christ.
My
Guys,
Never mind.
God.
Ito dies on the spot.
No, thank you. He can stay dead.
Compounding
Is he one of
interest,
those
course.
J.K. Rowling goblins?
No.
Do you guys remember how cool Joseph Smoke was? I don't think we need that vented pure
Bert-
pod guy.
Burnesh's shirt, button-up shirt opens, and he has a big ol' huge thing of chest hair with a Star of David in it.
Well, we're canceled.
He's not Jewish. He's not Jewish. He's a goblin from Hogwarts.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, some of my friends are goblins.
So,
How does he feel about the number
hey,
1612?
hey guys, did you know that there's all kinds of variety of shark out on the ocean, including the lone kind?
Heyo.
Thank
30
you for laughing, everybody.
36% interest compounding monthly.
Fantastic.
You may want to know why we are asking for this.
I'm
If
willing
you
to
are
listen.
interested, there very well could be something in it for you too. We are going to hell again.
Again?
It's a long story.
We're
But
gonna bust our friend out of jail.
out of hell jail. Oh
Hell
my god, I
jail.
can't say that with an accent. Hell jail. If you notice, Vinta, one of our allies, is not with us anymore. Actually, I don't know if he was with us when we were with you before. It's quite
He was.
confusing.
Yep. He was there.
He was there.
Yeah, I think I'm the only new person here because I don't think he met Klaus.
That's fair.
No, I'm pretty sure Klaus was there.
We need the
No,
coins.
Oh
what's
no,
his
you were
name?
playing.
Gus
You were
was-
playing. What's his name? That's right.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yep.
Bruce.
We need
And
the
I forget
coins
Bruce's
Slash
to...
Gus.
Yes. We need the coins to cast True Resurrection. And we are going to try to break his soul out of hell from Asmodeus's control himself.
Ah!
While we were there, we did purview some coins. Soul coins. Unique. Alakul, do you still have one of those on you?
I do.
Can you show him?
I do.
Burnesh, you know what an NFT is?
Of
Hey,
course.
man, have you ever done DMT?
Think of like an NFT, but it's a person's soul.
Aren't they all?
He says, he takes the coin and he looks at it. Hard to exactly put a worth on a person's soul, but it's certainly an interesting idea.
Think about it. You could start a new enterprise. Board Damned Yacht Club.
Oh no.
I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna kick Rick. Is everyone cool with that?
Oh
Everyone
no.
okay with that happening?
You're bringing
If you mean-
NFTs to the world?
I mean, if you're talking about physically
Oh, no.
getting in a gang and beating Rick up, that type of kicking, yes.
All right, Colin, I'll come pick you up, and then I'll pick up Lou, and then we'll be there momentarily. Okay?
Lou's not allowed at my house.
Who's gonna pick up
We're,
Tommy?
we're gonna beat him up outside the house. Don't
That's
worry.
true.
He's got to leave eventually.
He's-
Hey Rick, can you
No,
come
it's
outside
just
for a
the
minute? We
Present
want
the
to talk.
Rick.
Freaking-
Present the Rick.
You'll be Nick will go to bed, he'll wake up and he'll just hear the kicking sound and he'll be drinking his coffee, looking out the window, watching Rick get his ass beat for
There are a lot of
24 hours.
assumptions about me there that are just incorrect.
Mostly the coffee.
Yeah, mostly the coffee.
and the sleeping.
I thought you were gonna say that being awake that early.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, I'm awake early. It's just, it's bold of you to assume that I'm asleep for very long.
Anyway, enjoy your negotiations.
He sort of looks at it and he says, huh.
but
Hard to
also the
believe that something
prospect-
so little has a soul in it.
I have no clue what to even do with such an item, but they are traded in hell.
Well, you have my interest, at the very least.
Is the green lady? She went with us. Is she
She's
like
on
in
the
the
boat,
room
yeah.
with
She's
us?
on the boat.
Does he like? Hey, who's this? Or is he? He already knew who she
He knows
was.
who the green
right?
lady
He's
is.
been on the
Yeah.
he's been on the island. Remember, we did the
That's
thing
right.
where he's gonna.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's doing the pilgrimage to Mecca for the people of the Royan. Pirate Mecca.
Christ. The green lady is also going to be joining us on this journey with her blessings.
She sort of nods
Basically,
her
what he's
head.
getting at. Do you want to loot hell?
Would I be a very good pirate if I said no?
That's a good fucking answer. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll be honest. I don't know the difference between a smart or a good pirate.
But say, yeah, you wouldn't be a good pirate, be a smart one though.
I don't think they're mutually exclusive.
I wonder.
I don't know what that means.
I wonder who was so offensive that they found their soul bound to a coin. And as he sort of holds it up, and he casts a spell on the coin, and it issues out with Eddie.
No.
No.
Good. That's the correct place for Thomas.
Wow! Nick wants children's souls to be damned to hell.
Not,
No,
not
he's
any
damn.
child.
He's not in hell anymore.
This child.
Is he?
Specifically,
Yeah,
this one.
this one child.
But he
First he said the N-word and now this.
I didn't say the N word. It was just
What word?
implied.
I will
Nick said
say
the N-word.
What word?
Nothing.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
it's awkward that Karak was leading this convincing because his charisma's so low, but
I mean, it's also kind of awkward because it's literally soul coins, but like, I don't know what to do to like break these souls out of them. But they are a treasure. Maybe he could find a way to break the souls out of it.
And
He's
then,
a fucking dragon.
And then they're in Dad Doom and join his crew.
You know what? Come to think of it, I did rip an eye of Vecna out of Klaus, so I could probably do it.
I don't know that
Oh,
the
yeah.
person that's been stuck in a coin for an indiscriminate amount of time even wants to come out anymore.
That
Does he have a
coin could
body?
be out
What
like
if it's
thousands
like
of
something
years old.
evil?
What if
It probably is. They were
Yeah,
in
I
hell
feel like
for
it's
a
safe-
reason.
It's a safe assumption they are evil.
that's
What if-
pretty safe.
I get a rat?
Hey, that's
And we-
soulless.
What if I put the soul into the rat, right? And then the rat grows big and I create the Skaven.
Okay, but the rat is eaten by a cat who it gets the soul, and the cat is eaten by a dog that also gets the soul, and the dog gets killed by a horse that gets the soul.
I don't know why she swallowed a fly, but perhaps she'll
I was
die.
waiting for that.
But then the horse will be mounted by Adelindra, and it will seep into her, and then she'll become possessed by
Horse-
the soul in hell.
Horse doesn't have a big enough cock to satisfy Adelindra.
That sounds about
Fantastic.
right.
It's horrifying, honestly.
I'm glad that that's where that
I'll be right
went.
back.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Hey
They're gonna
man,
get
you,
kissed.
you gotta risk it for the sea biscuit.
You, I mean, the prospect of perhaps getting to loot hell certainly does intrigue Burnesh. As like I said, would he be a very good captain slash pirate if he didn't say yes to that?
After a fashion, isn't your soul linked to coin?
You've given Burnesh an existential crisis.
Oh Jesus, no.
He's like, I never really thought of it that way. I suppose in a certain sense that is the case. But really, what Dragon's worth isn't linked to coin to some extent. We all have our hoards. I happen to have the Iron Troll. Gen has his love of your kind.
You're saying that Gen's hoard is bussy?
I mean, in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, always was.
Alright.
Burnish,
Well, he's happy
Burnish
with
doesn't
his
like
protein
Gen's
hoard.
ruthless sentimentality, so... But that does prove a point. Not every chromatic dragon is evil. Not every metallic dragon is good. There's shades of everything between. Because
I bet.
Burnesh is kind of an asshole. He's greedy as shit. Loves gold.
Is there something you would want specifically?
That sort of thinks. Why don't I've got a couple of books I would like to look at. Why don't you enjoy the night, a night out on the town on my dime, of course, in Katterstat. And we'll reconvene in the morning. It's late.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the bar.
Well, I'm not gonna if and he doesn't give us the stuff now, I'm not gonna have the juice to do the spell scroll thing, right?
No. That doesn't mean you can't. It just means you don't get the bonus.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
But you're not suffering any detriments because it's not a new moon. So.
Okay. Do you want me to do the crafting check while the moon is
Yep.
there for the fire resist?
Yep.
How many? Do you want me to make a
Just
bunch
do
of
one.
individual ones or
Just
one?
just
Okay.
do one.
And that's intelligence crafting with proficiency.
It's an intelligence with crafting with proficiency.
Okay. Alright, it's not too bad. 24.
A fire resistance rune is straightforward. It's you know, it's an easy rune to do.
Yes.
As you sort of, you have to either give them like a talisman of some sort, or craft it directly onto their armor. It doesn't really matter which one, as long as it's on their person.
Okay.
And you spend, it takes a while though. It's sort of tedious, fiddly work. You have to, like I said, carefully and very thinly craft these lines in, because these, because the rune crafting rooms are temporary runes essentially upon activation, and so it's very fiddly work carving these very shallow lines in that are gonna expire pretty quickly once they're activated. But you are able to carve talismans for everyone that will grant fire resistance, and it will grant fire resistance, we'll say for a day once they're activated. Empowered by the moonlight instead of the normal hour.
Alright. Awesome. Trying to see something here. Where the hell did I get rid of my robe? Am I stupid? No, I did not. Okay, I was seeing if I needed one, because I'm just resistant to cold. Okay, yeah. That's it for me, I guess. I need to take a nap.
I feel like I might have had too many to drink already, considering I haven't actually had anything to eat today.
Oh no.
I wanted to say, I hope you don't have a nut allergy, because President Jimmy Carter is dying.
Oh.
Oh man.
Okay.
Cool.
So, the talismans that you carve, and I was going to say, say it for everyone. Once you decide to activate them, they are good for 24 hours.
Easy
I will
peasy.
grant resistance to fire for 24 hours.
Good enough.
Good enough. Like I said, normally they would be hour-long runes once they're activated, but because of you, like I said, I've instituted this since you were interested in rune crafting, and I've also got a nice calendar that shows the phases of the moon. I've kind of homebrewing shit.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody want to do anything over the night? If not, time passes. Captain Burnish retires to his study. He wants to look through some books. And perhaps unsurprisingly, whenever you wake up in the morning and find that Tortuga, aka Kat Hastat, is a lot calmer during the daytime. The docks are littered with people hungover. A couple of them sort of lifting their hands to the sky, waving at the sun, saying, "Go back to sleep, son, so I can." That sort of thing. The businesses are still open, but the clientele are not largely piling in like they were the night before. It's a city almost in duality from a normal city, where the night is packed and busy and the daytime people are passed out recovering. At about noon, Captain Burnish sort of comes out of his private quarters. He has a book in his hand, and he sort of nods his head and he says, I've been looking at a couple of books on the Hells, right? And there is an item that I would be willing to give up 25,000 gold pieces for.
What is it?
He opens the book and he flips it around to reveal it is like a it's hard to explain exactly what it looks like. It's a length of wood. It looks like that's beaten and battered. It ends in a large sort of spiked ball. It looks like a morning star of some sign, but the haft doesn't look quite right. It doesn't look thick enough to be a weapon. It looks more like a wand that ends in a spiked ball.
Huh.
What is that?
This is a symbol of status amongst the generals of hell.
Why do you want it?
Why does
Rand.
anyone want anything? Because it's interesting. Because it's rare. Because it's valuable.
Okay, how do we get that?
They're symbols of status amongst those that serve Asmodeus most closely. His lieutenants, his generals, and the like. You'd have to get one off of one of those. A much simpler task than getting it off Asmodeus himself, to be sure.
Conveniently, we at least previously spoke about having two of his generals turn against him.
Well, if you could recover one from them, it's a fairly powerful magical artifact that could prove of some use to me. I'd be willing to accept that as payment for 25,000 gold pieces. I'll even spot you up front. 'Cause if you don't come back, well, I guess you paid with your lives.
Well, more like our souls, but yeah.
Oof. Are you sure you like this guy enough that you're willing to go into hell and get him?
Nope.
I mean, he's our friend.
I've got lots of friends.
Yeah, you can tell we're not really sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
I certainly
think you
wouldn't-
might be the only one that is sure.
I certainly wouldn't go into hell for him.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos.
Of course, more than one of my friends gave me a spot of the pox.
well, that's no good. But he'd probably go do it for us, so you know.
Bold of you to assume.
He would.
See, he said so. Look at how cool just being fucking judgmental, not realizing that people are kind sometimes.
But yeah, he kinda is willing to go and give you the money and go into hell. He just wants the opportunity to steal one of these things.
Cody, he will give us the money if we get a wand from one of
Well, he's
Asmodeus'.
like I said, he'd be foolish not to
yeah.
go with you, but
Basically, the lieutenants have a wand thing that's symbol and status, and that's what he wants.
and you're probably gonna need it. All the help you can get.
So, I'm sorry. So is he going to go with us, or is he going to
Yes.
give us some money?
He
with-
said he'd be a real shit pirate if he didn't try to go raid hell.
Okay. So
Yep.
is he going to give us the 25,000 and expect payment back in a loan, or is he?
He
Or
just
is
we're
wants
this
the
getting
item.
the item.
No, he's
He wants
going with
the
us.
item.
We get to help get an item.
You have to help him get it.
And
Okay.
if we die, we die. Basically.
You know what? I've had that mentality for quite some time. So, okay.
Yes.
That sounds good to me. That's actually better than we
Yeah.
thought.
Cody sounds like he's far away. Are you cooking dinner?
Yes, I'm frying up an egg and I'm getting some Indomie noodles right now.
You're frying up an egg?
2 eggs actually.
Oh, I
Yep.
thought you said you had pot roast.
I do, but we're saving it for. I try to make it last so we can eat it for lunch throughout the week. So I'm just eating some noodles tonight.
Cody, you fat sack of shit. You should stop eating.
No.
Your hair will grow
I-
back.
I tried.
Colin, you know
honestly,
it's not true.
That's not true. I know.
I tried. It actually just makes me really depressed and makes me want to kill myself. So I stopped doing it.
It's fucked up because there's days where I eat literally like 2 tomato sandwiches and I'm still fucking fat.
I mean, exercise. So
You know what's crazy? Whenever I'm at work, I literally do not sit down from 10 to about 8 o'clock in the morning. Do not sit down. Do not stop standing and walking.
okay.
You would think that would burn calories, but it probably doesn't.
It does.
You
but it's
plateau
not the
really
same
hard.
It does, but it's not the same as like exercising.
Yeah, it will burn to a certain point, but
Cody,
you will eventually.
You want to join
normalize and
Planet
plateau.
Fitness and get buff with me?
I hate Planet Fitness, but
You want to join Gold's Gym and get buff with me?
I do have a gym membership to this other gym, but I'm a fucking fat piece of shit who doesn't go. So.
Yeah.
Shut
Oh,
up,
well.
Laura. Shut up, Laura.
No,
Give me
does
the nipple.
does Laura want to get buff and beat your ass?
She can already beat my ass. She doesn't need to be buffed for it.
That's not true. Laura has a dick. She's a Fuda now.
When this happened, Laura?
Oh my god, Tommy, you're on TV.
Hmm.
That's the deal.
I know.
You will, he's willing to give you the money. He wants you to buy him time or find a way that he can get his hands on this, basically it's a wand. A powerful
Is it like a
wand.
security wand?
You don't know exactly what it does, but he seems interested in it.
So I'm guessing it's something he's heard of before.
Yes, it is
No,
something
he
in
found
his
out last
books.
night.
I found it in his books.
Oh.
But he was willing to go just on the idea.
He was willing to go just on the idea of getting a chance to raid hell. But I didn't feel that Karakwa had realistically the charisma to pull off that persuasion.
Well, thankfully, I have good friends and allies who would back me up every step of the way.
Yes, but he's willing to go with you.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, but pretty much, yeah. Anyway, yeah,
I'm there.
He'll give you the money. In fact, he doesn't give you the money. He gives you the gem. As in his hoard, he would probably have a diamond worth 25,000 gold pieces.
All right. Aruna, are you ready?
I don't think Tommy's there right now.
God damn it.
God, I hope Tommy comes back and critically fails this Arcana check to make a spell scroll.
Oh man.
And then he's like, "Well, I gave you the gem, so."
Looks like y'all need to get good.
you go through all your contacts getting this gem, and it just critically fails over and over again. And the best part is you don't have access to Madame Vestia, so.
Did we leave her in hell, or is she?
No,
No,
she's
we
in-
left her
she's
in
in
fucking
Sigil.
Sigil.
Okay.
She is
We could
still
go
in
back to
Sigil.
Madame Vestia and she has a 25,000 gold diamond lying around.
Yeah, she's still in Sigil. So if you go through all your contacts, eventually this 25,000 gold piece will work. Tommy, are you back yet? Well, I'm gonna roll the Arcana check for Tommy.
I think you should wait for 2.
I think you should wait.
I don't want to wait. I want to get this shit over with. I'm ready for the Pathfinder game.
Shut up, Colin. I want this shit to happen.
All right, well, we'll wait for Tommy to get back so we can roll a single Arcana check. But no, Tommy, give me an Arcana check. Give me an Arcana
I'm
check.
going to inspire Aruna.
Oh my god.
You are. Burnesh did give you the diamond for 25,000 gold pieces. Obviously, he's gonna go into hell with you,
Okay.
but he wants that. He wants that thing. He wants that symbol of
Is it,
status.
I guess I'll
D8.
start casting True Resurrection for the next hours.
Okay. What's the inspiration die, buddy?
A 1d10.
Oh, D10. Hell yeah.
Let me
Why is
double
it-
check that real quick. Hold on.
Why is it not letting me roll? That's real great.
Yes, 1d10.
Who wants to cast guidance on Aruna?
Alright, well, I'm just gonna
On the bright side,
manually-
if you want me to, I can change these character sheets now that they updated the old character sheets, the old tidy sheets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I can change the character sheets back to tidy sheets once I do the correct
Ooh,
things.
ooh, ooh.
What's your roll?
29 by myself without the inspiration, but I'll use
Oh
the
my
inspiration
fucking
too.
god.
Oh my god.
So 35.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Karakwa
Succeeds.
closes his eyes and he focuses on the innate magics, primal magics of the world as he holds the diamond clutch close to his chest. You hold basically an empty length of parchment in front of him, and over the course of the hour, the light within the diamond seems to grow brighter and brighter until at one moment of utter perfection, the diamond dissolves into constituent carbon, pieces of charcoal flaking off it, descending to the ground of the tavern that exists within the iron trove where you're sitting. As Captain Burnesh looks on with a sort of he looks on with a odd is not the correct word, more like a look of approval. He recognizes someone that is powerful. Perhaps as powerful as him. Certainly Aruna is a much better magician than him. Captain Burnesh is not a particularly magically gifted dragon. He sort of nods his head with approval as in this final moment when the spell is cast, and the last vestiges of the diamonds dissipates away like charcoal and ash on the ground below. The residual energy of this glowing light held within Karakwa's scaled hands is used to inscribe just a length of magic runes on this parchment. And on this sort of mottled paper, the runes glow bright white for a moment before fading to look like simple ink. Was that descriptive enough for you, Tommy? Do you hate when I describe shit like that?
No,
No
it's real fucking
Shut the
cool.
fuck up.
Alright.
Me, Bernesh, and Karakwa all start kissing because magic is cool.
Bernesh, are you sure you want to do that?
No, I'm not gonna.
I was just gonna say, Bernesh is probably real into that. buddy.
Bernesh has already hit on you before, so...
That's true. JK.
Wow.
Yeah.
He does
Like, I would have
smile.
done it for free if you would just given me a handy J.
He
there,
does.
bud.
He does smile and he says, "Beautiful and talented."
Oh God.
I look at Bernesh and say, thank you.
He nods his head and says, "You're welcome." And then he kisses Karakwa.
Hell yeah.
All right, you have successfully made a spell scroll of True Resurrection, one that can be cast quickly, which you're going to need because, like I said, there's the reality is there's going to be like a moment's window where you'll be able to cast it if you can break the chains that bind Venture True Cloud's soul. Captain Bernesh sort of claps his hands together and says, "All right, when are we going to hell?"
It is the Heron family. His first name is Mirren. I
No,
remember now.
Mir and Heron.
Amazing.
Was it the way around? Okay.
All right.
No, I don't know. It's your fucking character. I can't remember that.
I hope
shit.
his name isn't Heron Mirren, because that's not because.
Are we
I'm
waiting for
basically
Karakwa?
I'll be there in a second.
Are we waiting for Karakwa to take a nap? Is the question before we go. Because I know we might not get in combat, but his
Speaking of which,
ninth.
we just lost him.
He said he's coming back right now. But I'm just saying his high level spell slot might be kind of handy, but I don't know if we want to waste
back.
the time. All right, good collective decision making, guys. Appreciate the input.
I mean, I honestly think that's up to Karakwa.
Okay,
I'm
that's
fine
yeah,
either
that's what I was
way.
asking.
What was the question?
We crafted our ninth level thing. I was just gonna say, do we want Karakwa to rest before we get?
I think we should all rest.
Okay, that's all. I'm just
Yeah,
making.
you
sure.
spent some
I
spell
figured
slots too there.
There is the
that's True.
yeah, like I said, you did spend some effort, but more importantly, you might want to discuss the actual plan of what you're doing in hell.
In and
'Cause
out,
like I
20
said,
minutes.
Venture True Clouds, you saw, it's like bound to Asmodeus. Like he carries it around like by a length of chain.
All right. So as I recall, we're going to pit the two lieutenants against each other, while also making them fight Asmodeus in a three-way,
Pirates of the Caribbean too.
no holds barred match for the Lordship of Hell.
Yeah,
Okay.
why bother just being the armor? Why not strive to be hell?
No, so we tell him that what's her face is coming after him, and that she and to go. I forget how like I know we want to tell her to go fight Asmodeus, and that Asmodeus is
No, she's on Asmodeus' side. The Chain Devil wants to usurp Asmodeus.
I know, but we were going to pit. Yeah, that's what it is. We were going to have the Chain Devil go fight Asmodeus,
And then Zario go fight the Chain Devil.
and then Zariel go fight the Chain Devil, and then obviously Asmodeus probably not cool with any of the happenings, including him, so he will fight back, probably.
Hopefully.
and then we put all of our stuff in a rowboat and sail back to Spain.
Oh, and then we meet back at the Winchester, right?
Wait for it to all blow over.
Yes.
Indeed.
I mean that genuinely is a lot more of a concrete plan than we normally have. So
That's sad.
I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Tommy,
Okay.
would you fuck Kim Jong-un if it meant averting nuclear war?
No, because they don't have fucking nukes.
I
They
mean,
do.
North
they
Korea does
they
have
absolutely
nukes.
do, but like,
Mm.
The power of K-pop protects us. So no. There you
All right. Well,
I don't think that's true, but okay.
you're
does.
You leave a nuclear shadow, Tommy.
go. No. Yeah, I mean, it's as good a plan as any, and it's fairly concrete. It's just gonna, take convincing and lying and conniving
which
against.
I am not good at because
Which
I
is
still
against-
get disadvantage on the roll.
Also,
How are
like,
we?
I don't.
How are we separating him though?
Well, also, I just. I
Like,
just
do we
wanna-
have soul bolt cutters?
I could.
Wait, we
well,
still have to go get smoke so we can bind him in chains.
Yeah, I could do that.
We need to get smoke, and we need to figure out what we're doing to separate Venta.
Well, if you save all my magic, save for a spell slot for plane shift, I can probably dispel it. But it's gonna take a lot of oomph, and I have to have enough juice to get us out afterwards.
So we're definitely resting for another day before doing this, yes?
Yes, assuredly.
Actually, we can get in and out because of Mr. Mixelplixel. So I mean not Mr. Mixel, but
Oh, that's true.
well, because of Heathcliff.
Heathcliff. Yeah. Okay.
Colin, I assume that still works. We're still Heathcliff employees.
You're still Heathcliff employees.
All right, we
okay.
gotta put the vests on though.
That's fine.
Does Burnesh have a vest?
Max, are you here?
I am.
You said you updated Joseph Smoke.
Yeah, I have a level
se-
17 character.
send me the link for that because I don't have the link for Joseph Smoke's to update it.
Is there a special thing I do, or just copy?
No,
paste
just
it
copy
from
and
my
paste
search
it.
bar?
Okay, so I think one super beneficial thing is Ito is gonna have to probably do the talking and convincing. So we're going to have to give him every ounce of energy we have towards, convincing people that are in the court of someone whose moniker is the Lord of Lies. He's
Okay.
probably pretty good at sussing out, falsehoods.
Wait. There's a part of this that we did not account for. How did we get the thing for Burnesh while doing all that?
One of those generals is probably going to die.
Also, sleight of
yeah.
hand.
Actually,
We have
Yeah, but then
Klaus.
we
Yeah,
have to
I'm
wait
also
around for
really
the
good.
fight to end then and take it.
Max,
I'm saying
before
we have
I
Klaus.
will you do me a favor before I update it while they're talking? Give yourself a +1 weapon
Oh,
of
okay.
your choice.
Woohoo!
And you can, if you want to, you can have another magic item of your choice if you want to peruse through them while we're still talking.
Okay.
But you probably want
I'm-
to do it fast.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
between Burnesh and Klaus, I don't think stealing an item is going to be particularly difficult.
Colin, can I have an antimatter rifle?
I do.
Yeah.
I do need
Honestly,
to.
I'm gonna try.
Do you have firearm proficiencies on Joseph Smoke?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You do now?
Honestly, as soon as the fighting pops off, I'm probably gonna make a maneuver towards stealing the
Yeah,
token
yeah.
off the general. So
Yeah. So
Hold on. I just want to clarify. I don't want us to be splitting our base between Burnesh's needs and our own. When Burnesh is coming to raid Hell, is he not capable of lifting this himself?
Well, that's
I'm not
why
saying
I
we're not going to
said-
help
But
him.
we
but-
still have to stay until the fighting is over if we want to get the thing. So we have to either steal it while they're fighting, or
yeah.
finish the fight.
I mean, that's assuming that just because one of the generals can die before the other. So as long as one of them dies before we leave, the fighting can still be going on.
I mean, yeah, but that means we can't just get in there, do it, and leave. We still have to wait.
Also, technically, if we don't get it, then we can just give him the money, like we said originally.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, it's all good in the hood.
Um,
I'm sorry.
So who am I convincing of what?
A
oh,
chain
we
devil.
need to convince the Chain Devil to usurp Asmodeus, and then tell the other lady that the Chain Devil is trying to kill her best friend Asmodeus, and then they're gonna kill each other. Hopefully, maybe.
Hopefully.
Okay.
So yeah, that comes to the fact that we need to plane shift out, correct? Yes. Or use, well, we either plane shift out or we use, whatchamacallit,
Heathcliff
Heathcliffs. So, should I be saving my highest level spell slot to dispel the magic bindings?
I mean,
I would say
Yeah.
yes, because we're dispelling hell magic in hell. Like, that's
Yes.
gonna be
No.
fucking tough.
do we know that that binding is magic in nature?
I don't know.
It
I
probably
would imagine
is.
something that binds something's soul.
Like ethereal chains that bind his soul to the devil.
It
Yeah.
could be
But
theoretical or figurative in nature.
I meant more.
True.
Would it, like, if it were divine in nature or whatever the opposite of that is, would it still work with an
Infernal?
arcane?
I'm
yeah, thank
pretty
you,
sure.
infernal.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
divine magic is still magically
It's
based.
still, yeah.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Also, we do, if we get spotted, we have to take into consideration that Asmodeus has spell casting and can immediately counterspell me at any level he chooses. And
Look,
then-
I imagine
Just to
this,
let you know.
this is gonna go tits up as soon as we pop the fight off. So what we need to do is we need to get the fight started, steal the soul, steal the badge, and fuck off. Like, don't even wait for the dust to settle. We need to fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I
once
understand.
we bind him, the soul will be freed, and that's when we need to get out.
Yeah.
So basically, we have to hold the
I
Joseph
mean,
Smoke
Do
binding.
we
until
know
wanna
that that's
leave.
how that works, though?
Well, the problem is it's all uncertainty until we try it. So we just need to have backup ideas.
Can I roll either a religion or
I
an
hate it
arcana
so
to
much.
determine if
I
that's
hate
how
it
that
so
works?
much. I'm
I-
deleting this.
I have a very.
you-
What?
Can I roll to see if this will work?
See
Yeah.
Is that like religion or arcana?
to see if what will work.
About the dispelling of the
How-
chains and how the soul thing
Yes.
works.
Yeah.
That would be an Arcana check.
I mean, I'll do one too, I guess, but you know.
Okie
Or would you? But yeah, whatever. It don't matter.
Did you roll it?
I mean, do you
I mean,
want?
you are better at it.
Okay, I mean,
But well, actually, do I have advantage for
Yes, you
the
would.
Redeemer?
The Redeemer
Or-
is trained in
okay,
Arcana,
well-
so you would have advantage.
okay, I'll do a
Alright.
normal. I'll do a normal one on my end, and you can do your advantage.
All right.
Could we do
Nice.
Could we do a test run on this with the soul coin?
How is that
What?
even remotely related?
I mean,
What?
the
Wait.
soul is bound to the coin, right?
Wait, what test run?
Could
How do we test? How do we test run it?
Well,
I don't
he's
know.
saying-
I'm asking a
Is,
question.
is the magic that binds the soul coin the same type of magic that binds
Prob-
Venta's soul?
Probably, yeah.
Well,
At least
then,
of
if we-
similar magics.
And then if
Also, we
screw
can't
with-
really test whether or not it would work because we can't bind the coin.
I mean, it's already bound, isn't it? Isn't that the point?
It
There
might
is
be
a
a
soul
Not in
bound
the
to the
same
coin.
manner. It's like we can't bind the person who made the coin, if that makes sense.
yeah.
We can't bind the source of the magic on the coin, so we can't be like, oh, if we bind Asmodeus, it frees Venta, based on the knowledge we gather from the coin.
Well,
We can check if we can just dispel it, I guess, but
okay.
Worth a shot.
Hey,
Yeah,
guess-
but I mean, we'd also be like down a day though, wouldn't we? Or do you have another?
well,
spell
we
slot?
have to rest anyway.
we have to rest still anyway, so...
Um,
Yes, we haven't done that yet. I gotcha. Okay.
yeah, because it's gonna take a lot of juice. So, Colin,
Yeah,
what I'm hearing
fine.
is I'm gonna dispel the shit out of that coin if I can.
Okay. It is indeed likely that while the chain itself is more of a representation, like a physical manifest of something, of a magical binding, there's probably not literally an actual chain that is
Yeah.
binding them. Figuratively, yes, indeed, it is a magical binding.
Ow!
That being
Sorry.
said, it would not be as easy as just casting Dispel Magic. Asmodeus would probably be able to either counter that or fight against it somehow. He'd have to be distracted, weakened somehow.
Okay.
Such as bound by gold chains of light.
2 chains.
Or distracted by a demigod
Okay.
and
Yeah.
potentially a dragon.
Or both.
I mean,
Or both. You might need both.
let's put it this way: if it comes down to a fight, I'm leaving it to you guys because I'm probably gonna need everything to even, after he gets bound, wrestle the coin from him.
It's not a coin. It's just like
You know what I mean? A binding. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep saying coin, but that's what I'm using frame of reference. And also, Karakwa is extremely powerful spellcaster too, so maybe the both of us need to work on it at the same time.
Asmodeus casts Feeble Mind on Karakwa.
Not
Nah.
again.
Oh,
Taco looks to the camera like, sorry, folks. That's all.
Rockwood
It's
Jim's
a
the
shame.
camera.
Okay, I think that's a.
hey,
good enough-
Bernesh, you need Timogen?
I think that's a pretty okay plan. So Ito does the talking to the Hell Lords, I guess.
So we're convincing that the Chain Devil to go and attempt to usurp Asmodeus because he has shown weakness.
And because he has the titty bitch after him, too.
True.
Yeah, and we tell him that she is already vying for his seat. We tell her that he plans on attacking Asmodeus, and this would be a good chance for her to go usurp his position, which then pits them all three together, which then frees us up for maybe not being the target of the shit kicking.
For at least a minute.
Yeah, for at least like a single moment.
Now there is the worst option. We show up there and then they all go, "Wait a minute!"
Yeah, there's the worst option where they all three just go,
Where they realize we are, in fact, the gang from Scooby-Doo.
They're like, oh, we've been had.
no, they're attempting to have us, and then they each fight us, so we have 3 boss fights in a row.
So, I think honestly, one of the best case scenarios is say our angel friend and the Chain Devil show up, right? Asmodeus might just find it so fucking amusing that he wants them to fight to the death first. So he might even be distracted in the regard of, hey, angel bitch, go defend me and see if the Chain Devil can beat you or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't know how it'll play out, but it's possible that it might just be like a duel
Putting
thing.
all 3 of them at odds, regardless of exactly how it shakes out, is probably our best bet.
Yeah. Well, it's just nothing we do is certain until we try it, because it's not like we can recon.
Yeah, watch this.
And
Karakwa
hey,
happens.
if we all die, then we get to play Pathfinder.
That's true.
That's
Yep.
true.
All right.
When he says
Hey.
want to finish work on that Pathfinder campaign.
Okay. Should I? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Should-
And then when we get up in the
Should
morning,
add
we
that
go
I
to
need
hell.
bounce in about 40 minutes.
I mean, that's fine because it's already 7 o'clock. There's no way we're doing all this tonight.
You can bounce on these nuts.
Good.
Well,
That's gonna hurt your nuts.
That's what he likes.
Yo, I just actually brought up Discord. Cody, that beard is looking full.
Thanks, bro. You should see all the gray hair. Look at this.
I'm also getting gray in my beard. I'm getting
Wow.
old.
Yep, I feel
I
that,
ran
buddy.
I ran out of beard oil, now my beard is itchy.
Yeah, but Max's beard is like a baby beard, so it's
Yeah.
in its pre-beard stage.
I actually can't imagine Max with a beard.
We've literally
Yeah,
seen Max.
I've been on
Yeah.
cam with it.
He's been on camera.
He-
That doesn't
he-
mean
no.
he can imagine
he's
it.
in,
though.
That's not
he's in
real.
he's in the burgeoning
Ah,
beard
I see.
stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. That $600 chair.
He's in the burgeoning beard stage. He's gonna be like us eventually.
You know.
Max, you
Sorry.
can't wear that shirt anymore.
He is a beardling.
I'm getting
Oh.
up.
Yeah, you're wearing. That's
you're
worse than
right.
playing the Harry Potter game. Honestly, let's be honest. So.
You're
Yeah,
wearing the Hitler shirt.
I'm getting up for like 5 minutes. so-
Hitler?
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you're getting up for 5 minutes, Tommy? Yeah, he's getting up for 5 minutes. All right.
Did I stutter, Nick?
You rest. Captain
I'm also
Burnesh
confused on that one.
is a gracious host. He entertains the Green Lady as they tell tales of the weird sea. They speak. Captain Burnesh speaks about his travels from the Jinma dynasty to the primordial lands, everything in between. He talks of like titans and things like that. On the primordial lands, there's actually a vast desert where there is a titan. That's maybe I don't know, 750, 1,000 feet long. He drags himself through the desert, basically on, like, his feet drag behind him. He's got chains on his hands and things like that. He is a remnant of the war between the gods and Hasfadel, essentially. When you've met currently things like that. Gabaz, he was one of these things that were created in the primordial times, in this war between Hasfadel and the gods, that sort of thing. They exist in the world still. They are in an entire continent called the Primordial Lands, which I left as an open for people to potentially go to, but not necessary for the story so much.
Soul Heist.
Soul Heist.
Soul Heist,
All right,
Soul
you're
Heist.
back. I thought you said you were going to be out for 5 minutes.
I was seeing if Shelby needed help with dinner.
Does
and
she
I
need
gotta
help
be-
with dinner?
No, she make beef stroganoff.
All right, well,
Uh,
so that's the Primordial Lands.
it sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a nice place to be.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gabaz Al-Gaib, I think, Gabaz Al-Gaib, that was his name. But he was also a primordial one, essentially. But, you have a chance to take a nap, recharge those old runes, recharge those old spell slots. Whenever you wake up, you go get Joseph Smoke.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
What do we eat for breakfast?
How you been, Joe?
You drink rum for breakfast.
Do we have
Hey,
a-
Lamau.
Do we have the option to do a hero's feast, or do we not have the coin for that as well?
Look,
You got the 25,000 gold piece for free, so
True.
you still
as
have
long as
all
we
the
don't
money.
say anything like about it, I'm sure Burnesh won't notice if like a little bit of coin disappears, so we can make a hero's feast.
I think
true.
being a dragon, he
He's a-
will
he's a-
literally
He's
notice.
a dragon, so
He also didn't
Nah.
give us gold. He gave us the gem.
Nah.
Genuinely, I think Hero's Feast is a real good idea.
Isn't it Cody that has that?
Who?
I
I
thought you were asking because you had it.
No. I do not. I thought Cody did. I thought it was in the druid list.
I mean, I can. It will cost 1,000 gold pieces.
Well, that's not that bad. We scrounged together 16,000, so
That's
we have
true.
enough.
I think
mean, I
we
can
all give
cast it.
100. I
We
think
could
if all
have
did 150,
16 heroes Tupperwares.
Yes.
Oh,
Right, I think
nice.
if we give 150 gold each, I think it.
Yeah.
We do.
Cover,
We do it.
I
We do
mean,
it.
Heroes
I think
Bento
this
box?
is.
Yeah,
I think this
here's
is the best.
bento box. Here's feast to go.
I mean,
I have microwaves in hell, right?
we're immune to poison, frightened. All wisdom throws have advantage, and we have 2d10 maximum hit points. Yeah.
Yes, we 100% should do that.
Well then, Colin, while I'm waking up, I will change up one of my spells. Hold on, I'm going through. Should I still have True Resurrection prepared, or do you think I can switch it out for Shapeshift now?
are you?
That's a tough call.
I mean, it's up to you.
It takes an hour to cast. Let's be honest. So
Yeah, if we're hard casting True Resurrection, we might as well grab something and leave, because there ain't no way we got an hour of free time in hell.
Eh.
let me prepare the hero's feast, which is apparently not a spell that's in. Oh, I'm looking at the second level spell slot. I'm stupid. It is a 6th level spell slot, and I'm going to unprepare.
Immune to
What do I
poison fray.
unprepare?
Makes all wisdom saving throws advantage. Cool.
I guess I will unprepare.
You're not gonna need fire spells in hell.
That's the funny thing. I have no choice for most of them.
Well, you can he bypasses fire resistance because of his
Oh shit,
totem.
true.
great.
I'll get rid of mass cure wounds. Probably won't need that.
Wild.
Okay, that's one of the ones I always have prepared, so never mind. I'll get rid of heal. There
Okay,
we go.
so we get 2d10 though, right?
Yep, so I'm going to cast the Hero's Feast to start the day. Why do I have... Okay, hold on. Long rest. Give me my shit.
I'm adding my health
I'm back.
right now. I'm doing it. I'm adding my health. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna go pee real fast while everyone.
How
gets
much
their
should we all subtract from my inventory? 150?
How much temp HP is it?
2d10.
It's permanent. It's permanent. Or well, it's health for the duration. And
Isn't
you
it-
get healing for it?
Isn't it a singular 2d10 roll that we
Yeah,
all
I think
get?
some. I think you roll 2d10
I'll-
and we all
I'll
get.
roll-
Oh
that.
really?
Y'all ready?
My bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
that's
Not
good
bad.
roll.
so it's a hit point maximum increase.
Yes,
And you get-
for 24 hours.
Yeah, so it's not temp hit points. It is permanent health for 24 hours.
Okay.
and
So actually on
the
your
other boons are
character
just going to be
sheet,
kept track of.
you can just press where it says plus max, just make it say plus 16,
Yeah.
and it should be good there. Good. All right.
Ooh.
This is the beefiest I am ever going to be.
Why do my
Literally.
spell slots not recharge when I take a long rest?
I
Are
don't know,
you
dude.
on the new character sheet with all the red rectangles on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to hit it a couple times.
I'm gonna go to the.
Until you click long rest and the window pops up to confirm it, it won't change your spell slots.
I'm gonna change it to the old one. I like the old one.
I
better.
can't wait until we all die.
All right, I've peed.
Cody rolled a 16 on
For
the health, which is
Temporary
real fucking
max
good.
HP.
Okay.
Yeah, so rad, really rad, actually. There we go. 4 off the maximum. That's fat.
Fat stacks and fat clouds.
Yeah, dude. Can't wait to go to hell, man.
There we go.
I mean, we got a demigod, we got a dragon,
You got
we
it
got
all.
a dumbass plan.
This
We
plan
got-
will surely work.
We have part-time jobs. We're doing it.
The mental image of us all being blessed by the green lady going into hell, but wearing fucking Walmart vests.
I despise every
I
moment
mean-
of that.
We make more than XFL players, so
Shit.
True.
We at least have an hourly wage.
All right. So you go get
Okay.
Joseph Smoke.
Yeah, we get Joseph Smoke.
Uh,
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to die.
Wait. We have to go talk
Let's
to him
do
now.
it, baby.
Joseph Smoke is... What would Joseph Smoke be doing right now?
He'd be fighting.
Understandable.
He'd be out there fighting. Hold the line.
Hold the line. You have seen some very, impressive and terrifying things over the past months. And yet, one thing, if there's anything that has been sparked within Joseph Smoke, it is the spark, the zeal of loyalty to a leader that leads from the front lines. That is, of course, Adlindra. She stands, not as a leader that leads from the back. She is at the front of every Hussar charge. Her green flaming spear on her, joining the flames of the wings of the Hussars behind her. It has been a losing fight over and over again. But in all this retreat over and over again, she, at the head of the Hussars, has turned routes into orderly retreats. And more than one time, you have seen on the field a lone figure.
Yeah, I got like 20 minutes.
Shut up, Connor.
Sorry.
A lone figure bearing a heart, basically made of I mean, it feels cliche. They look kind of like, he looks kind of like a White Walker, but in black plate mail. He doesn't wear a helmet, but he has a sort of icy, sullen, and pinched face that sort of resembles a skull, with sort of skin that is pinched across it. The chest plate of his armor open with a flaming heart inside it. He consistently walks alone, and yet any attack that's been thrown against him has just utterly failed.
Is that guy outwardly hostile, or is he just walking around?
Oh, he's hostile.
Oh, okay.
He leads the head. You've come to know him as the King of Black Everfrost. And like I said, he is... Whenever I say he's outwardly hostile, it's like I said, it's like frost creeping over, or ice creeping over a lake. It's not aggressive, it's steady. It's unending. It's without rest. It is an ever-encroaching invasion on Stahlreich that you cannot stem currently. You can only sort of limit the damage as you retreat backwards. But yeah, Joseph Smoke, you've been fighting that fight amidst the frigid cold, making friends and watching them die, essentially. That's what you've experienced. I mean, that's what you've experienced so far.
Yeah. Smoke uses Fine Steed. I actually have Fine Greater Steed now. And I would be 100% be riding with the Hussars.
Okay. You would be in amongst art. You would have a set of Hussar wings.
I mean, I might not be a Hussar, but yeah.
No, if you're riding with the Hussars will accept you into their ranks. Like I said, the Hussars will realistically accept pretty much anybody. The only problem is they have a pretty high, turnover rate, as, like I said, they're consistently fighting, so there's quite a few of them that die. It's both a vaulted and venerated position, as well as a incredibly dangerous one. Like I said, but you're level 17. You're, like I said, you're like Adlindra's strength, so you're alongside her. You sort of ride at her... you're not her right-hand man, to be sure. She has a right-hand man. her right-hand man is a little bit... It's well known within the Sahars that her right-man is a little bit closer than most other right-hand men, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She has
He's
been...
gotta be pregnant.
Yeah. She has been known... They have been known... She trusts him fully. So much so that it's a well-known... It's well understood that this is not just a soldier. This is her lover, and love seems to be an operative word. They are very fond of each other, incredibly so. A love that Adlindra has not known since she met Ito many years ago. Her right-hand man is Branson.
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Oh, is that the friend?
That is the
Hell
friend.
Yeah.
My man.
That's
Smashing
the
some sweet flaming sword puss.
yeah.
Man, give the man a jacket, he conquers the fucking world.
I mean, you say that.
Not gonna
You
lie. Not gonna lie, the Branson arc is probably the best thing about this whole
You
campaign.
say that, but that is the truth. Branson has... All he needed was that little bit, and he's consistently risen to the occasion over and over again. Now, Branson is half Adlindra's age. But you know
Hell
what?
yeah.
That
Hell
doesn't
That's
bother
yeah,
her.
dog.
Does it
Wanted.
bother him?
That was exactly what she wanted, though.
That's what she
Even
wanted.
better.
It
Yeah,
is
Ito
well
got
known that while you have risen up to the ranks of like her left-hand man, you're well trusted, very powerful. In fact, probably in terms of sheer strength, more powerful than Branson, but there is a love and a trust between those two that you could never match. That's what you know. That's what you've learned from your fighting so far. So whenever people come to get you, whenever all of a sudden, you know, Aruna and the rest of the party arrives to retrieve you, how would you react to that? How would Ito react to that? Because you're... I mean, Ito, you arrive in the
Just 10
camp
minutes.
of Adlindra, of the Hussars of the war. The main camps. Tents that have braziers burning everywhere, trying to keep the cold away, and it is a frigid, bitter, impossible cold that swirls around you. What would you do exactly? Would you go see Adlindra?
I feel like Ito would probably respond the same way going to Venta's parents' place. He would just do whatever he can to help.
All right.
Like
I said, I'm trying to wrap this up
If I
in 10
can-
minutes. There's a
if I
lot.
can make-
There's a lot
Y'all
that
ever
you could
seen that
be.
before and after picture?
I mean,
This guy
I'll
going
be
to World
honest.
War
I'd be
II?
okay with
That's
doing
what
the scene
it's
next week.
Cause,
before we
I mean,
leave.
That's what's happened this
we've
morning.
only been playing for like 2 hours, so.
True.
But you're in the camp of the army itself now.
Colin, I would have known by now that Branson is there, right? Like
Yes,
I knew he was
you
with
knew
the
he
Hussars
you knew he
fighting.
had joined the Hussars.
I would go look for him.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Unders-
actually no, I forgot. The Green Lady's here.
yes.
I would take her to Adelindra.
Maybe this is the type of
Hey,
even
look
though
what I
we've only
found.
been playing for a couple
Oh, shit.
couple hours. Maybe this is the type of scene for next week. There's a
Nah.
lot.
Yeah. The
But-
well,
green
because-
lady.
I
since-
legit have to bounce. I'm sorry.
Since Connor's leaving, like this
He
is there's a lot of stuff going on.
Imagine
potentially.
pulling up to your ex's house with a fucking goddess. Like, you won the breakup.
Her
You won the
goddess.
break.
Her goddess. It
Yeah,
is
her
also
goddess.
Adlindra is
I
also
wanna
her.
Ito won the
Even
breakup.
worse. Even
Ito
worse.
won the breakup.
I don't think
Yeah.
he did.
I don't think that
Ito what? No, like you gotta remember Ito
At
left them
best,
for
it's a
dead.
draw.
like I said, remember the Green Lady is also Adlindra's goddess who the Green Lady went to her first.
Yeah, Ito was the John the Baptist versus Adelindra Simon Peter.
I hate to fucking end it this early though.
Sorry.
It is what it is. It's important stuff. So
I mean, it's
So what's everyone making for Pathfinder?
it's important, but it's also not super long because you're just
But
gonna talk to people. But it also feels kind of important to role play it out with Adlindra and Branson and seeing what's going on with the fight, and it just feels like
we
need...
have been wanting
I-
to visit the front line for a while.
It
too.
feels like, even though we've only been playing for a couple hours, I want to like pick it up
I
next
do agree. We should give it the time it deserves.
because I don't want to rush
Agreed.
through this role playing aspect of
yeah,
it and
don't.
seeing about the war. God, I guess we'll pick it up next week. I hate to end it after only a couple hours, but
Sorry.
It's okay.
My wife has done dinner like the last 5 days in a row, so like I don't have a choice.
I also
I'll
showed
bounce.
up late, so you know.
all right. Well, we'll pick it up next week, but maybe I'll start really on time next week to make sure we hammer through everything, because
Okay.
there's potential
You hear that,
fights.
fuckos?
There's potential, like I said, there's potential conflicts with demons and things, and you're probably gonna want to talk.
Showing up at 3 o'clock. We'll
So-
start at 3 o'clock.
I was gonna ask, is that 3 o'clock?
You know what? Next week I'm going to start at
2?
3 o'clock next week, and
3
by that I
o'clock
mean
next week?
between 3 and 3:15, whenever I get here.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a pretty
Like
hard.
3 o'clock is game time.
Yeah,
Be here at 3.
We got. There's a lot to do next week because it could be
And
it could be a big fight. It's probably could be a lot of talking. I
I
want
imagine
the
it's
time.
going to be a mixture of both.
Um,
And I just want to make sure it's about 7:15 there now.
it is currently 7:15. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I will be ready to go.
So we
at
really,
1 o'clock my time.
so like I said, I really want to hammer down when we're
Not to-
starting.
Not to fuck with the timeline. Do we want to come in an hour earlier?
I mean, I can be there at 2, but it depends
I will
on.
be here around then, provided something doesn't come up with family.
I will do my best to be here at
It's a pretty.
1, or I'm sorry, noon my time.
I verified Shelby does not need picked up for anything. So
I
was saying,
am
3 on
actually
Sunday.
not scheduled next week on Sunday. So
I say
can
a
totally be here.
hard 3, but it'll be
Hard
between
3,
3
soft
and
2.
hard 3, soft 2. But reality is,
Okay.
if I wake up weirdly late, it'll be like 3 to 3:15. I never wake up later than 3:15.
Okay.
Maybe Lou will want to play.
I doubt it. But the point is,
Whatever.
we'll like hard 3 to make sure we get through this arc, this piece. Because this is just a side quest.
Oh fuck! Are we gonna ask out Alindra? Oh shit! Okay, I gotta
I
think
can't
about that.
Well,
mind
the whole
shift this
point-
many people.
The whole
Shut
point.
up.
The whole point is that you have the opportunity to talk to her and find out about the war and things like that. But we'll pick it up next week.